What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, we know the pound for pound king, Terence Bud Crawford, he gets a lot of disdain. Unwarranted, but he gets a lot of it, right? And now it's getting super weird by two guys, two of your favorite guys. Uncle Phil, as my brother Champside would say, and another guy who likes to say, I'm the best at this, right? With that said, it was revealed a Vada testing that Terence Bud Crawford did. And they're taking a deep dive into it and saying that Terence Bud Crawford, the undefeated pound for pound #1 fighter in the world, 4-division world champion, 2-time 2-division undisputed world champion, reigning WBA junior middleweight world champion, who was 41 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. Terence Bud Crawford is a first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires. Now, one person in particular is claiming that Terence Crawford, nobody likes this fight that Terence Crawford is pursuing and is going to have September 13th, Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium, where he's going to take on another first ballot Hall of Famer, 4-division world champion, 2-time undisputed world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, people sent me this video where people are claiming that nobody wants to see this fight, and Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez sitting down with His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh eating SpaghettiOs, and they're talking about, look at the date on the Vada testing. It's from last year. I said in my video, Terence Crawford reveals all ALL testing. He showed you in the beginning of training camp, Vada coming to his camp and tested him early. And he also showed you the Vada testing that he did for Israel Majmal. The point being is that he's showing you he's continuously consistent with doing his testing and has never tested positive, right? For any fight. They telling you that he's on something for Errol Spence fight. He's with Snap. He's showing you that Vada shows up. Now, I find it ironic that both of these content creators love to favor one Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, Terence Crawford is moving up 14 pounds, right? He's going from 154 to 168. But when Gervonta Tank Davis jumped from 130 to 140 to fight Mario Barrios, who was significantly bigger than Tank Davis at 6 feet tall with a 73-inch arm reach, fighting at 147 pounds, rehydrating to 65 pounds, nobody complained about Tank Davis's muscle gain to jump 10 pounds from 130 to 140. That's only a 4-pound difference. Tank Davis is 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Terence Crawford is 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. So, Terence Crawford jumping up 14 pounds is not abnormal. But they're talking about his muscle gain, right? But neither one of these guys talked about the muscle gain that Tank Davis had. This is Tank Davis, right? Going into the Leo Santa Cruz fight. This is Tank Davis with significant muscle gain going into the Mario Barrios fight. Right? So Mario Barrios had a 10-pound rehydration clause, which means he was allowed to be nearly 157 pounds, 160 pounds. right? He weighs in at 140, at 147, 150 pounds. He weighs in at 140 pounds with a 10 pound. So he could be 150. That's 15 pounds. Right? Nobody questions Gervonta Tank Davis. Why aren't these guys questioning Tank Davis? Nobody wanted to see Tank Davis jump up 10 pounds and fight Mario Barrios. So you telling me that you make a list of Tank Davis's trends that he starts? The tattoos, the braids, the clothes, the uniforms. You discuss all of these things. It's important. And you say that he's such a trendsetter and a superstar in the sport of boxing. But nobody wanted to see him fight Lamont Rose Jr. Nobody was calling for that fight. And it's odd. It's funny because they talk about how Terence Crawford sat down with Canelo. But didn't Tank and Lamont Roach tell you that their families are close and they know each other to the point where people said that it was a setup fight and Tank Davis was just trying to get a payday for Lamont Roach? And Lamont Roach opened up as a 25-1 underdog. The night of the fight, 15-1 underdog. Nobody talks about the numbers that it actually did. Why not? Nobody wanted to see him fight Mario Barrios. So now we want to trash Canelo versus Terence Crawford, 2 first ballot Hall of Famers. Mario Barrios, you didn't even know what he did. Lamont Roach had lost to Jamel Herring and had a tooth and nail fight with Hector Garcia, who Tank had broke his eye the fight before. Nobody wanted to see Tank fight Hector Garcia. Nobody wanted to see Tank fight Mario Barrios. Yet these two individuals have never made content to talk about that. Neither one of them is Hall of Famers. Canelo's a first ballot Hall of Famer. So you don't want to see Terence Crawford dare to be great, and then you say and accuse this man of being on performance enhancers, and when he show you, you want to point out dates and say this is not right, that's not right, when he showed you Vada came there? First you tried to say it was Victor Conte, and now Victor Conte comes out and says he works with Wada, USADA, and Vada. Works with all these companies as an advisor. So now you can't use that. It's amazing to me. So when Tank gained 10 pounds to fight Mario Barrios in a fight that nobody called for and nobody asked for, you don't see none of these individuals making these videos. It's nasty work. It's sad. But that's all I got for y'all. So now we're talking about Terence Crawford dates on his Vada testing is incorrect. The point is that he's showing you the Vada testing. And he's fighting a guy who actually tests positive. So he's showing you the proof that he's clean, and he never tested positive. But now you want to point out dates and talk about when he ate with people? It's weird, bro. That's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word, it's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.